And we're live!
Yay!
Yay! Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. Here. Let me turn off the theme song. There you go. Now we can just hear the beautiful games music, which is the most important thing. So if you can't hear the beautiful game music, let us know. And hello to you too! How are you all, Striker? Are you doing well?
Hello.
I hope that your day is going well so far. Oh, I love it. I love the little puppy going. That's really cute. Alright. And I'm gonna... There you go. For the puppy. There you go. Alright. So, to recap. So far, with the Great Ace Attorney, we've been, we're still on the tutorial. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the congrats.
Yeah.
Okay, so, as you can see, there's this lady with this, very not conspicuous hat on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like she's the one who killed, not Watson, whose name in this game is Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And, we found there was like a burn mark on his wrist, and supposedly that the reason he didn't scream out in pain was because he was already dead.
Oh no.
Right? So now she has finally decided.
He was a zombie.
Oh my god! He's so we are finally going to talk to Miss Brett here. And by the way, let me just say, in case you didn't catch the last stream, Miss Brett, when we left off, she said the most racist, most rude ass statement. Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Ergo, for the hydrate.
You're welcome.
She
was saying like basically, oh, Japan is so inferior to Great Britain or whatever.
That's why she refused to speak their vulgar language.
Even though she knows how to speak Japanese, she was just refusing to do it.
Yep. And that's why the waiter guy here was translating for her. Now, I will say, before we start, Ergo... So, originally, in our other playthrough, or well, not our other playthroughs, but the first two parts of our playthrough, I was really sus of the waiter. Because he bleeds out of his mouth and he was being really, like, secretive, so I was like, alright, he's really sus. And then, obviously now, based on what we know, she's the killer. We're just trying to make her prove it, you know? Without a reasonable doubt. And you were telling me just a few minutes ago that you're like, I still don't know how the gunshot happened, though.
Yeah, if she didn't have the gun, then, like, there must have been an accomplice, maybe?
That or it was inside her hat.
Oh, yeah.
That's my other guess, because they didn't search anything else. And, like...
We've only searched her bag, yeah.
Well, not even that. They just saw inside of her transparent bag.
Maybe we'll get to examine it and it'll have, like, a hidden compartment or something.
Oh!
Like how you have your backpack that has the one part that's transparent and the one part that's not.
That's right. And I still think it's weird that Ouchie is still in love with this woman even after her really insulting tirade. But enough with the recaps. Let's go ahead and start. Alright. So we have ... dots here. Alright, Kazuma, that's you.
So we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Reinosuke.
Alright, I'm gonna have to try to remember what I was doing. I think I was just doing a generic British accent.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. That's right, we think he was poisoned. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please, do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Well.
I'm a bitch.
Yes, you are. The most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history.
They're still simping for her.
Thank you for being such a bitchy simp.
Or sorry, I'm a bitchy simp. Yeah, like, I thought the judge was pissed at her the last time.
Right, for
he
disrespecting.
Yeah, because he seemed a little like curt, but clearly he doesn't care. That, or you could read it sarcastically.
The most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you.
But I doubt that's what he was saying.
Easy does it.
I hope that this is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Ooh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant.
I'm the biggest simp of them all! I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
The Minister of Justice?
May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen. Thanks? Was that a prayer then?
Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now.
Oh.
I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear?
Yes! I love it!
Why did you just slap yourself?
Yes, Your Excellency. You're crazy! Then you may proceed with the cross-examination.
Okay. Press everything.
Everything!
The victim's quote death.
Yes, you do.
But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed.
Oops, wrong button. There we go.
But his hand was on the searing hot plate.
Do you think so? Let me ask you something.
Sorry?
Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. You can't not have noticed? Can you?
Huh? What?
How can you tell? The desk covers
Yeah.
his pants. Oh, what fun! You hadn't realized?
The dear lady is absolutely right.
None of us told you because we're bitches! What?
As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryunosuke.
Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can you tiny brains imagine such a thing?
Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can.
Yes! His tiny brain can! Well, mine, I can't, because it's not tiny. Anyway... Yes! Yes, you did! As you testified before, we're drinking carbonated water. Is that right?
Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at that time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, waiter?
Exactly as you say, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that.
Damn.
I have enough English to understand that at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you.
I think it means the exact opposite.
Anyway... Yes!
Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Yes.
Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it could only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life.
But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away, when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter.
Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that.
Yeah, have you ever gone to like Chili's and like,
They could bring out the fajitas.
Yeah, exactly. And the skillet is really, really hot. It's gonna take a little bit of time for that thing to cool. This thing would have happened immediately, man. And if the victim burnt his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought from the kitchen, then he must have been dead at that point.
And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time.
Yeah, it is. I concur. Prosecutor Ouchie is right. Ugh.
Like poison.
Right?
Without leaving a trace.
If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, I know all these things because I've done them. I'm a serial killer, you see. However a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on their body.
Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
There would be physical traces with all those causes of death. That's true.
But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
Poison.
If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think that Professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it?
Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Takatsuchi Ouchi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions.
I am the biggest simp you see!
A way of killing someone that leaves no trace.
An icicle!
We need some evidence to back us up here.
Yes, evidence.
Press the racist statement.
Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
Quite right. La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Isn't that fucked up? Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost.
Are you okay over there, Hosonaga?
You know what I just thought of? What if... Okay, so you know how he's coughing up blood?
Yeah.
And look how he's thinking right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if he has some of the poison?
Oh. Like if he got poisoned?
Like if he drank a little bit of the water or something?
Huh.
And maybe he's like beginning to like, cause he's looking at his hand, maybe he's thinking, it is weird that I've been coughing up. Well, he said it was a normal thing for him.
Oh, yeah,
But
I don't know.
We'll see, but I'm curious now. It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene.
And that's why I'm going to get away with
That's why I feel no hesitation whatsoever when I say I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand?
Aha, a killer blow. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
Amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense.
I very much doubt that.
He's still simping as usual. But there's something about what Miss I almost said Miss Breast.
Oh God, I'm so sorry about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think, Ryunosuke?
Well, I think since that was the only line that had a thought bubble on it, it's probably the one that I'll have to use evidence on.
I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information.
Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a kink in her armor.
Or chink or kink.
I don't know.
I never know how to say that word.
Kazuma, give me your hand. Give me your strength.
What, Ryunosuke?
Nothing. There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me.
Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett?
Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. What was his name? Oh yeah, Inspector Hasanaga.
The detective?
Yeah.
No, the waiter.
He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. Look at his blood! I was wondering if it might be significant.
It was significant.
If it might present an opening, maybe.
Huh. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time.
If you think so, but
this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Oh, so you can, like, change targets?
maybe. Alright then. Wonder what Kazuma's thinking. Is he thinking about how cool I am right now? Because I'm thinking about how cool he is right now. And also that I don't want to die. Anyway, I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again.
Alright, good job, game. Letting us know what we have to do.
Just on the last one.
Here's all my horrible statements.
Okay. Just press.
Yes!
Yes.
Inferior.
I mean, this is the same. Was there?
Maybe we have to hit his,
Yeah, here, just skip. You click and hold to skip.
Well, hang on.
Well, skip. It'll just skip things you've already seen.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
just hold it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There it is again.
Okay. I was wondering if I had to click his thought bubble.
The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why?
Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity.
What do you mean?
When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down.
You're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. Look at my hand. It's so weird.
Have you ever really looked at your hand?
Just like really looked.
It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought.
Oh, I thought you said to pursue this man.
See, if
I got a little nervous.
If this was Danganronpa, you would start a mini game where you have to chase a train. That's like his thoughts. Like,
Yeah, it would be.
Sorry, pursue? I'm already pursuing you!
oh, I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker.
Oh, I knew it! It's this thing.
What marker? Sounds like we're in a game.
Oh, there you go. We got a new thing.
Nice.
At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement.
Whoa!
But by moving the marker left and right with A, D, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with space. If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. New game mechanics.
Yay!
If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around.
Alright then. So first, I should move the marker across with A, D, and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with space and see what's on his mind. Here we go.
Here we go now.
Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different
okay.
direction, vital evidence will be lost.
There you
I
go.
can just click on it, I wondered. Okay.
And then,
Okay, what did he say again?
space for pursue, or just click on pursue.
Oh, that's right.
Excuse me.
Excuse me!
That's
What's the meaning of this? Sorry.
Uh-huh. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts. Deeply.
It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector.
Share with the class,
A
why don't you?
dangerous pastime, I know.
Nice.
Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say?
Yeah, about how sus it was. Is there something you'd like to say? Please, share it with the court.
What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works?
Absolutely not.
Oh, she's an idiot.
Huh?
I said you're an idiot!
The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
Yeah! Not to mention the fact he's intimately involved in the case.
Inspector Hosonoga. Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett?
Wipe? Well, yes, if you don't mind. I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I swear, I think he drank the water. I really do. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's persevering evidence, you see. Or preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I am not ashamed of what I've done. My bowels! A crime scene thief?
Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there.
Take this, for example.
Oh! Is that...
Water.
This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it. Do you need like a towel or something? I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence.
Check for prints. I bet that's what we have to do.
I don't know if fingerprinting has been...
Oh, that's right, not
They
fingerprints.
wouldn't have the database anyway, yeah.
We'll have to check for something.
Miss Brett, can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question.
Oh, she must be embarrassed to look at how handsome I am. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's look at our evidence. Let's look at
Let's look at the evidence.
Present. Yeah.
Present. Oh, that's right. There we go. Okay, let's look at the bottle.
Yeah.
All right.
Examine.
Examine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Look at the label.
The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma?
I think it's French. This must be very expensive water.
Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking.
Then go to France and ask.
You could just say that you don't know.
Let's see. Look at the opening. Oops, I poured it all out. Well, yeah, and well, once you have it rotated, then click on where you want to examine.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, there is something there. Can't find anything. Oh, never mind.
No, yeah, it changes shape when it. Is that all?
Oh.
I mean, is that just the
It's
label,
again?
Oh, okay.
So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had.
Which is shame, because carbonated water is disgusting.
It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now.
Or is it?
No, I've been sweating so much I'm absolutely parched.
No!
No!
Don't do a phoenix! Don't eat the glass! Don't drink it!
No, it's evidence!
I'll just have a sip to keep me going.
No, Rinosuke, you can't do that! For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence.
Oh no! You're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? It's a good thing I didn't eat poison just now.
You never cease to amaze me, Rinosuke. More ways than one.
Mmm.
Oh my god.
I love you. I wonder. Oh! I wonder! Does he love me? Could there be anything in this water?
What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden.
I think I may have just worked something out. An interesting possibility.
Huh. Okay.
Is that all
I guess that's everything. So we examined the label and the water. So, and then there was nothing with the opening, so.
Yeah. Okay. And he does think he has an idea. He
Yeah.
thinks he has an idea now. Okay.
So, because I was saying, so let's go, not this one.
Raised our
Okay,
glasses
yeah.
and a toast, so maybe that
She
one.
says,
As far as I've heard, the postmortem
no
approach-
other possible cause of death.
And then,
No, wait, I was
if
gonna
there's
say on that
something
one.
other than
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think it's
Present.
this.
Can we look at does it say anything? Let's try it.
Try
Let's
it.
We have full health.
We do.
What is
yay.
this? The bottle of water?
Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind.
Hey.
Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
Poison?
On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Oh! Could it be
And I
that...
bet he's shocked because he had some of it.
Right? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from this glass? How was he not dead? Right? Or
If he just had like a drop,
right?
and Wilson had like a whole drink.
And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who possibly could have done it. Giselle Brett! It was you!
I just realized it's only pronounced Giselle.
Isn't that what I'm saying? Or I'm saying Giselle?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm either saying
know
Giselle
when
or
I was
Giselle.
saying it, I was saying like a Giselle.
I think
Probably Giselle.
I think I've said it both ways, honestly.
This is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile, have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now?
I mean, I do. You've said the same thing like
Yeah.
30 million times.
Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire?
No, I haven't.
Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Objection!
I mean, unless she's like part of the royal family or something, like.
That's right.
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime.
What?
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
Eh.
If I may,
I will silence you forever for this.
Woo! It is you who should be silent.
Of course. Please step on me, dear lady.
Where did that come from? She just snapped. I wonder why.
I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior, but no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not.
Of course. You did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin available in this country at the present time.
Be a poison that's not available in this country.
We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
What? Are you sure?
The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No!
He specifically said in this country, so I bet it's gonna be like...
I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair.
Hello, Cronus.
Hey, Cronus, thanks for the hydrate. Ugh, yep. Gotta slake our thirst. This lady is just really making me upset. Oh
Yeah.
my god. And how are you today, Cronus? Are you doing well? We're trying to get Miss Brett handed her well-deserved guilty verdict because she sucks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours.
And I'm doing good, Cronus. How about you, Ergo? Yeah.
We just slept in a little.
Yeah, we slept in a little, and we've got company coming over in a couple hours. But we figured in between time we would continue playing the Great Ace Attorney, because it's really great.
Hopefully we can... Oh, wow. That's great.
I know. But yeah, hopefully we can finish the tutorial this time.
Yeah.
I'm
After 3 streams.
Yeah, and maybe we can start the second one.
Maybe.
Oh no, Renosuke's dead!
No, he drank the water.
I was so sure.
This can't be right. As ace this game.
Ah! Nice job, Cronus. Very nice job.
Everything falls into place if he was poisoned.
Well, he wasn't. Thank you, Counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Gesundheit! Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this time? Cosma? Gesundheit, Cosma. Again, are you allergic to the evidence?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving. Oh, it's the lady! It's the lady! Remember
Wait.
the guy told her to go check something?
Yeah!
Please, wait.
Isn't that?
Oh yeah, see, I was thinking, at first we were kind of sus of the one older guy, but I'm guessing he's maybe like the Grossberg.
Oh,
one,
yeah. That would make sense.
What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Mikotoba? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning, and in her hands, she carried a small package, wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. It's the poison. I bet you they have proof.
To be
of it.
continued. What? How much more is there left?
This feels like this is the last case versus the first
Right.
case, doesn't it?
Alright. Yeah, because this is the second time we've gotten to be continued, right?
Yeah. Here, which one is ours?
Click on the second one, yeah.
Yeah.
The first one is the autosave.
Gotcha.
This one actually has autosave.
Yay! Alright, let's do this.
Still the 22nd of November.
Ah, see, now it's a day in the
Wait.
past. It's not.
Oh, yeah. Also, didn't it start around like 12? So
Yeah.
it's only been an hour in the game, but we've been playing for like 5 hours.
Yep.
It's a long hour.
Yes, it is! It's like Dragon Ball Z time!
Yeah.
Except, it's like...
They're
Yeah.
all talking really fast in the game.
Well, I understand. Have you the...
Okay.
Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why the sudden ingress into my courtroom?
A judicial assistant and a woman, no less.
If you're not hot, I don't want to see you!
The rules state that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. God.
Whoa. I'm aware of your sexism. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. No, it hasn't.
Yeah, right?
I'm the one with the gavel. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more.
But, Your Excellency!
I'm not as sexist as you, bitch.
I am most
I
grateful.
am still sexist, just not as sexist.
Yeah, 5 minutes less sexist. Who exactly are you?
I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something? Written in English?
It's Giselle Brett's research.
The Englishwoman's?
Oh, that's right, because she was studying medicine. Right? Wasn't she?
Yeah, so did she, like, develop a new poison?
Oh. After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper.
Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she?
So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Oh, no. Of course not.
Special characteristics of curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting.
Curare? What's that? It's like Curaga from
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts.
I was gonna say, it's like a Final Fantasy spell or something.
Right?
I've never heard that word before. Outside of my RPGs.
Time's up! The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
Sexism! There was...
Boys only.
right?
No girls allowed.
There was too little time for me to read it in detail. But I've surmised what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Unknown poison.
Goodbye then, and good luck.
Oh, she's a ghost.
Woo! You have had long enough, Counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer.
That's right, you fucking cannot.
I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
The woman is hot! That's all you need!
Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance.
Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. That look. That unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett, think we're inferior now, do you?
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline.
Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order. Bitch.
I've said it many times before, but Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies, dear lady. So, Council,
This judge is sassier than the one in the original games.
A little bit. All right,
Alright, yep, well, this is the new thing.
let's examine it.
Let's do it. Oh yeah, we can examine.
A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses.
So that's why he fell over onto the plate or whatever.
The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart.
What about...
Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an aesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full-body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation. I wonder if the burn would count as a wound.
I don't know.
It's not like a cut, but...
I mean... Well, yeah, let's present it, I guess.
we have to, yeah.
Yes!
Miss Giselle Brett.
Or if you can just also... If it just also works, possibly, by drinking it?
Maybe.
I don't know.
We understand that you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison.
What?
Poison? Where are you going with this, Council? I seriously don't know!
A toxin known as curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
Objection!
What? What complete and utter nonsense! Curare, you say? I've never even heard of it! You wouldn't have done. What do you mean? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist? Correct, which means, no matter what tests the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify curare. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
What?
I like how his fan opens. I think that's fun.
Order! 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 Council, does this deadly poison truly exist?
According to this report, authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle, and it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. But, hello, Leary. Thanks for the hydrate.
Oh, yes, thank you, Leary. And welcome to the stream. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're just chillaxing today.
Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? More like Miss Brat.
Whoa! High five.
Okay.
Objection!
You know what? I'm gonna have to look it up later. He sounds like a One Piece character. His English
Okay.
voice. But anyway, go ahead.
Trumpery! That's a word.
Yep.
These aspersions are utter trumpery.
I said it again.
To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed.
Let's see, and Leary says that you are doing all right, working on something. That's good. Something that you love, so you're definitely chillaxing. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm doing well, and I know Ergo said before he was doing well. Are you still doing okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Good. We were surprised to see that there's still some game left in this tutorial. When it said to be continued the last time, we were like, what? Seriously? So this is the longest Ace Attorney tutorial I've ever played. But it is really good, so I'm enjoying it. And I'm excited to get Miss Brett thrown in timeout. She deserves it.
That's true. I also want her in timeout. What do you say to that, Inspector? Maybe that's the reason for my blood. Obviously. I would have noticed a disturbance like that.
I don't remember anything like that either.
But it says it paralyzes immediately.
Right? I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. Yeah, they really went for a 5-hour tutorial, right? It's true.
According to this, however, it's the other way around. Like, yeah, even if you were just, like, speed reading through it, it would still be, like, 4 or at least, like, 3.
Yeah.
What do you mean the other way around? The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used.
Explain yourself, Counsel.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed.
But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration?
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's hideous. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell.
Right,
Jeez.
Leary? Yeah, that really sucks. Why did she want to kill him in this way?
Yeah.
What did Dr. Wilson do? Or what did he have? That's what I'm wondering. What did he have that she wanted?
That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. Silence.
Ryunosuke's like, damn, this woman!
And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison.
This is all very convenient, isn't it? Hitherto unknown poison, for which there was no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense.
If I may.
All these facts, you think you're so clever, but you...
It is you who must be taught.
Of course. Dear lady.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another honest hard work, and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime.
Oh! Kazuma hitting it again with the mic drops.
That really is a loathsome act, wouldn't you agree?
See, I did my whoa way too soon. It should have been on that one right there.
Objection!
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it.
She's too hot!
The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
What's so funny? Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
If I borrow that bottle for a moment, please? She's gonna drink it, isn't she?
Oh.
Well, I don't see, why not?
But do you think she maybe has an immunity to it?
She might. Iocane
Just
powder.
Yeah, just like a Princess Bride. Don't pour all of it. Save some of it.
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Oh,
Jeez.
Jesus!
Sorry?
I just imagined Among Us too. What's so funny? My sense of humor is broken. To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair.
She was like, Ligma. What's Ligma?
These nuts.
No, Rinosuke!
No! This whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers!
Then imagine she just drinks it and then she just dies.
Right.
Just like, oh, well, that was weird.
Wait, what are you doing?
Drinking some water.
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. Ugh. I'm still thinking, what's stopping her from having like a vial of that poison? It didn't have to be in the bottle.
Yeah.
She could have just put it in his cup.
Yeah. They poured it out of the bottle into glasses. So.
Goodness, whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
Oh, and she could have done it like while Ryunosuke was talking to him. Maybe.
That's true, potentially.
They would have been distracted.
Because it obviously had to have been after that point because he wouldn't have been able to talk.
So no curare. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth.
I bet we're not going to get to see her eyes until she does like the freak out.
Probably.
Like at the end. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind.
Grr.
Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
She took in her bag wasn't her own glass, but the doctor's, because that's what the poison is.
Oh, Leary! I think that's it. I do think that might be it, Leary.
Yeah.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have been given.
Not like this.
This doesn't make sense.
Oh,
sorry, that's you.
There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? It wasn't in the bottle. I don't understand it.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London. I will definitely be uttering many, many horrible slurs because I'm such a racist bitch. There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there?
And also, it's the early 1900s, so you could just say whatever you want.
Exactly. I will have no repercussions.
I won't get cancelled on Twitter.
At least not yet. Give it a couple of 100 years. But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have been killed or dead. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water.
Contains no poison.
I agree, yeah. Also, I said something to Ergo earlier and I want to repeat it. this feels like the last trial versus the first.
Right? Yeah.
Because, like, this reminds me of, like, the Edgeworth one. Like, I won't spoil it or anything, but... And you played it, so I'm sure you would agree. The last Edgeworth trial lasts fucking forever.
Yeah.
Because it keeps going, wait! Wait!
Yeah, because it's like they're like, oh, it was this, and it's like, no, it couldn't be that. Oh, well, then it was this. No, that doesn't work either.
Yep, and it's the same kind of thing, how she keeps
Yeah.
going like, oh, I need to leave now. That's
Yeah.
how that person was like, oh, I need to go now, thanks. And it's like,
Yeah.
wait, no, you can't go. So that just makes me think of,
There's no poison in the bottle.
right? And last trial always goes, wait, there's more. So I wonder how long the last trial of this one's going to
Yeah,
be.
God. If this is the first case, all the other ones are probably going to be longer.
Or shorter. Watch. Compensate, you know? As I thought, there is no poison in that bottle.
What? Why, Rinosuke? They poured it into cups, come on.
Isn't it obvious? If there was poison in there, she'd be dead by now.
It's not like they drank directly from the bottle. Sometimes your unadulterated naivete really astounds me. But sometimes it's in need of a good staining. Until it's as dark as your uniform in the ways of the world.
Oh, is that what this color is supposed to represent?
It's just being dramatic.
Wait, oh, what?
Huh?
We were wrong!
Wait, what?
Well,
That was guileless ending to a promising line of inquiry, Counsel, for which will be penalized.
hang on, I need to do a full body stretch for a second.
What? Oh,
My,
okay.
leg is,
Here, I'll-
dying.
I'll redeem the stretch.
Oh, God, I don't know why. My butt is like, ow! I don't know why.
Sorry, your butt hurts.
Stretch! Ah! Ooh. Okay. Right. If anything, if I have to stand, I'll stand. It was like a strain on my, in my lower, or my upper calf, or I don't know. Get right? Apparently, I guess it
Yeah.
was in the bottle. Let's try this again. Because I really thought that was it. I thought the cup was in her purse.
Yeah.
Oh, this whole trial is poisoned. There has to have been poison in that bottle, but there can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead.
On all the clues now, the bottle of water. Okay.
Apparently contains poison.
Sure.
The culprit did put curare poison in Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position.
You're serious?
Objection!
Fool, are you blind?
I just realized who it makes me think of. It sounds like Usopp. I'm gonna have to check
Okay.
that later.
There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw...
Miss Brett drinking the water from it.
That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
How exactly?
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is the evidence we have in the courtroom somewhere, or court record. It has to be. Very well, if the defense truly intends to assert this claim.
Oh, Leary thinks they know. Is it something we already said?
Then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposed poisoned water unscathed?
Okay. Let's look at everything.
Here, well, let's look at this again.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
hunters of the region have used since
Well,
ancient times.
duh, because
Oh, through a wound!
it's through a wound.
Okay, so we're presenting this again?
Right, so it doesn't poison
Yes!
you if you're drinking it.
Yes.
The answer to this riddle is right here
There
in
you
Miss
go.
Brett's own research report.
Nice.
Although, I guess, here's me not knowing anything about, biology and shit,
Hmm.
but, okay. If going through a wound means it has, I'm assuming that means it
Has
has
to
to
enter
pass
your
through your
blood.
bloodstream. When you eat or drink something,
But
doesn't it go into your bloodstream
Yeah,
later?
but maybe it gets broken down in the stomach.
Mmm.
The stomach maybe breaks down the poison.
That makes sense. Okay. Oh, and what happened? I guess I didn't know it. Aw. Well, Leary, now I'm curious. What did you think? Because, I mean, clearly we thought of many things that ended up not being right either, so don't feel bad.
Attention!
Oh, I didn't read whatever that was. My
That's
bad.
not a valid explanation.
No?
After all, we don't speak English. This report is utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone.
Honest. I'm just reading Sasato-san's notes.
Oh, you were thinking it was like in the bubble, the carbonation?
I kind of did wonder that as well when she said that. So I get where you're coming from, Leary.
I concur.
Oh, he had the surgery.
Yeah?
He had the surgery on his teeth,
Mm.
so he might have had I guess
Open wounds in his mouth.
a wound in his mouth. Yeah, that's it. Because I was wondering where the wound part would come in.
So did I.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were scratching
I
our heads over
forgot.
the burn. Yeah.
I forgot about the yeah.
Also, I know this is random and a little non-say-so, I guess, but doesn't these look like their little nipple covers?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I concur, they do. You will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle?
Okay.
Oh shit, it was page 2.
Hold on, look at the court record again. We can.
Oh good, we
can
can.
look at it. Yeah. Hold on, give me a moment.
1 second, let me flip through it.
Synopsis,
Rudimentary.
Yeah,
So special characteristics.
special characteristics, yeah.
Okay. They look like the attorney badges. Yeah, I can see that. The judge is a double attorney. He has 2 attorney's badges.
Yeah, he does.
We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh, Counsel? Well, it sounds as though indigestion hunters. I know what the word is now. Indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shot at whatever prey they're hunting. Yup. So we've been led to believe. Uh-huh. And yet, the point of hunting is to catch a prey to eat.
Get to the point, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat?
Yes, good point.
So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Counsel! No, that would be madness! I actually found the answer to that conundrum in the research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effect whatsoever.
What?
Imagine if one of those hunters had like a sore on their gum or something,
Yeah.
and then they ate it, and they were like, "Oh, sucks to be him."
Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew QRA's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
You meddling little
Whoa!
It's alive!
rapscallion! That was awesome.
Well, Rinosuke, it turns out. Cosima, are you gonna mention anything about the bird?
Right?
You're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
No wonder I love you. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Attention!
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure.
Whoa!
Oh,
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some fancy read in a book that I wrote. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish?
flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus. Succus.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
So if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? Oh, but we got it! We got that evidence to present to you. We're finally gonna end the tutorial level.
Eevee dance.
The
gastric
Eevee dance!
suckers.
That's right.
That's right.
Meow!
Good gracious!
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand. No?
Order! Order in court! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they'd be affected in the same way.
No, they wouldn't. Because of something in particular.
Are you trying to suggest?
Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial.
No, it's not! It is not irrelevant! That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. Right? She's so smug, Leary. I want to just bop that stupid mask off her face.
Doesn't she look like... She looks like a Pokemon trainer.
She does, kind of. Yeah, she looks like she'd be like a bird trainer or something.
What is this? Welling up inside me.
Deep and utter hatred, maybe?
I've never felt like this before. I really want to punch her.
Or a Persona character.
Yeah! It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like.
Oh god, he's gonna go berserk.
He's gonna punch her!
He just jumps over.
He just starts shaking her on the stand.
Whoa.
It's more than anything else. It's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Whoa! He turns into a werewolf and just like full
my
attacks
God.
her.
Oh my god, he pointed!
He said objection!
He did the thing!
Oh!
He said the thing!
I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett.
Right, Leary? All the yo! How dare you use that term with me?
Well, there's some weird perspective going on there.
Right? You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why. Even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison, you are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Counsel! I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence.
And what if he was like, bitch, if you'd let me talk?
As we know now that this poison is completely harmless when ingested, why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the cure? Curare!
Medical report card.
As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? The toxic effects of a curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. For a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poison water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day.
So that's it. You used that knowledge to orchestrate this. Oh, she's gonna snap.
Laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile.
What do you mean? I actually don't know if I said that word right. Did I say it right?
I think so.
Don't worry, little schoolboy, you'll find out soon enough.
Little boy.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh! You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No!
I mean, it could just slip. She's gonna drop the shit, isn't she? Oh dear, how careless of me. Well, that wasn't sus at all, right?
Yeah, right?
It's gonna be the bag. Because she has the cup.
I
bet you. I swear it's gonna come into play. I'm afraid. Right? That's how you end up in prison.
At least it would be less than murder, I guess.
I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. And I'm the one who did that, very willingly and very, very, very much so on purpose. It's the Englishwoman! She just smashed that bottle! In the Supreme Court, what a terrible blunder!
Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible, at once!
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. So what, she's just admitting she did it, but they can't prove it now?
How could you? You won't get away with this!
You don't have a meddling dog, so you can't get me. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there was really any poison in that bottle, or not.
You...
Oh, sorry. And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, of course, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady.
That's right, and really looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it?
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
No, you killed the victim that day, using curare. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see? You had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man.
There.
A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly.
This really does feel like a last case,
Yeah.
because it keeps going.
She's like the final villain.
Right?
And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo!
This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now...
They really go, even if she destroyed the vital evidence, we won't care about that. Yeah, just like in true Ace Attorney fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that matters is that they have irrefutable evidence,
Yep.
despite everything else you may have already collected. It's just like Jelloapocalypse said, but can you disprove it? We had her, but now, is she really gonna get away with it? The way she destroyed the evidence was obscene.
Ryunosuke,
Yes?
we've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it.
What do you mean?
We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head.
In my head?
You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon.
Yep, right? Where's the autopsy updated report
Yeah.
right now? Gumshoe, where are you?
You told me before. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only
there
thing
you
you could really depend upon.
Well, yeah, that's true, but...
I don't have that cool bracelet that Apollo does. But I didn't manage to notice that this woman wasn't wearing it with a swan on her head.
So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell.
Well, now that you mention it, I smelt your gas. Because it's constantly billowing since your bandana is...
Wow.
It doesn't make as much sense as if you didn't see the last few playthroughs. I'm sorry. What I saw, what I felt. There you go! Thank you, Larry! There you go. Oh, every color. Why are we...
Huh.
Oh,
There was blood. By the stake.
is Cosmo right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head. Could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Of course there is. Actually, Cosmo, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue.
Haha! You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on then, let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence.
Alright, I can't wait! It's been... what?
Niggling me.
Niggling?
I don't
That's
know.
a word!
I guess.
Okay. It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it could be, the key to arriving at the truth about all of this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been the red spot.
Take that!
Inspector Hasanaga! Answer me this. I'm still in shock about the bottle dropping. What is it? He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. Yeah, I predicted it. As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day.
Wait a minute, where are you?
Where are you going with this, little boy? It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in the photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that steak was served on was a spattering of blood.
What?
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him.
Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Giselle Brett?
I beg your pardon!
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused is apparently just remembered seeing?
Oh, it's him?
Oh, is he gonna say the blood came from him? Because if it did,
Let's...
god damn it, that's a hygiene concern. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to think about it.
Yeah, they would have returned into the kitchen. Like,
This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Was she a serial murderer? Is she the one that's been doing the killings in that restaurant?
oh, is that what's happening? I don't
'cause know.
He hasn't even said what he was investigating, right?
I don't know. That's true.
He just
Oh
said,
wait, this was the first murder that happened.
yeah, he just said incidents.
Yeah, oh no, I think it must have been thefts because remember I said that the guy's
Oh,
gold coin
yeah.
was taken?
God, there's so many.
I know, there's so much
There's so many
shit.
different things happening in this case.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Inspector? You mean... Yes, I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. And not because I'm a klepto. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating.
Wait.
And I did it all in the name of justice!
He said that the sergeant had been eating?
Yeah, I guess
Like
so.
that military guy with the baby?
Yeah, Jameson.
Okay.
J. Jonah Jameson. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a
I wonder-
bloodstain.
God, I wonder if that's going to be relevant somehow. The other guy's steak also.
No! Don't let them come back. This has to end sometime soon. Within the next, 15 minutes, I think. Please.
We must examine it now!
I wonder if this is longer because it's like how in the other Phoenix games you also have investigations.
Oh yeah, and there hasn't been an investigation.
Yeah,
right?
so maybe this is as long as a normal trial, or as long as a normal episode would be with your investigations on it.
But still, even with for example,
Uh-huh.
I mean the one with the first one in the first game with the thinker statue, you don't investigate in that one.
That's very true. This is still the longest one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Inspector! Oh, Inspector! The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Also, bring it to me, and don't just keep it right next to the lady next to you, or else she'll break it!
Somehow, I mean, it's made out of metal, but
She'll find a way! Did you not see her?
feed it to her bird. Okay, she's not there.
Take her away!
Man, even the steak is on there.
Yeah.
Steak's gotta be gross by now.
He
It's been a couple days.
He preserved it, man. He
Where was he
did.
keeping it?
In his
Oh,
fridge
let's
at home.
Let's find out. They don't have fridges back then.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for the delay. Here was what you ordered. This steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector! The blood man! Show the court!
Even the judge is like us. He's like, get it over with.
This is better than my
What would be the equivalent of soaps then?
kabuki theater!
yeah.
This is better than any kabuki theater I've been to. Of course, examine the plate at your leisure.
Damn it.
Damn.
But is it the wrong one? Is it?
Is it
he
the
said-
surgeon's?
Yeah.
No blood.
Oh, maybe we can compare the steak to the photo, and the bites will be different.
But no, that's impossible! I know I saw it. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, he didn't take any bites, or not from there as much.
Yeah, it does look different.
Yeah, the steak looks different.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Naga, I thought you said you did everything flawlessly.
Right? You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
Oh my god.
I know, she keeps being so racist. Holy shit. Yeah, maybe they took the wrong steak. He said he took two. Yeah, agreed, Larry.
I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire.
I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope
What?
so.
No.
Then let's pretend attempted courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over. Because I'll be so grateful I got away with it.
Ha! This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest. Be our guest.
We are service to the test. Our waiter will take your food if there was a crime because he is obsessed.
Wow, good.
Was the plate I saw or thought I saw just a figment
No.
of my imagination? This is it now. I've
No.
lost. This is now where Mia would go.
It's the wrong steak.
Turn it around, Phoenix.
Yeah. Ryunosuke. It's not over yet.
Oh, that's right, our
Not
Mia.
until the final gavel.
He is our Mia!
Slash Edgeworth.
Yep.
Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what.
You know, we keep saying he's our Edgeworth, but he's not our prosecutor.
I know, but
But he is
has-
our boyfriend.
He kind
so-
of looks like him, and he has the red colors.
That's fair. That's fair. And I ship it, so you know it's the same essentially.
Really?
All right.
Really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary.
Objection!
Does the defense have any objections?
Yes!
That bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all?
Yes.
Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
Objection!
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beef steak. So much cholesterol.
Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
Bitch, you better shut up. I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, it's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Bitch, don't think I don't still think you're a little sus, boy. Obviously, you have to completely disapprove everything. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate of beefsteak is this new clue to be found?
Okay,
I
let's
guess.
look at the picture. Wait, I
We
can't.
can't. But yeah, just the steak, I guess.
That's what I would
I would
guess.
say on the bites, yeah.
Got it!
Got it. Was he like British there?
No, apparently I was wrong!
No!
When you're asked to identify a detail like this, do so knowingly there are penalties for mistakes.
Let's look at the
Answer's
court
right there in
record.
front of me. I'm sure of it. So there's only one thing to do.
Let's look at the photo. But also, wait, he shouldn't have been eating in the first place. Why was he sitting in front of the steak?
Yeah, I don't know
It
what
should
the-
have been on her side of the table.
Right, but I mean, they already talked about how she, like, moved it. I know, this is... Oh, magnifying glass. No, I forgot we could do that.
Yeah, look at... Wait, is the plate shaped differently?
Is it?
It's like, okay, so like memorize, like, it's just kind of round and it's got
Right.
the bowl
And it's got,
thing.
like, the little, like, divot, like,
Okay.
whatever right there. Okay.
Let's go look at it again.
Let's look at it again.
Does it need...
Okay.
I
Turn
feel
the
like
steak
this
over
one-
and over.
Am I supposed to turn the
Oh,
steak
could
over?
we rotate it?
Can we?
Wait, yeah, isn't that shape different? Or no? Or... Here, look at it again. Because the bowl thing is like sticking out more. Am I just imagining that?
Let's look.
No, okay, I guess, yeah, it's just...
Yeah, no, you're...
It's shaped a little different, but that might just be an art thing.
Here,
The
so
bites,
that...
are the bites this kind of the same? it
The
looks
pattern... I'm trying to look at the pattern of the thing there. Let me check that real quick.
Like? Yeah,
I guess it's the same.
But let's see if we can actually rotate it around. Click and drag. There you go. Oh, there's nothing on the bottom.
Damn!
No! And like, yeah, it like highlights when you're on the steak, but
Yeah. It seems like it is talking about that.
I mean, hold on, can you click on the Here, yeah. Click on the bowl part? It's like it is shaped a little different, right? This emblem on
There we
on
go.
this, okay, that's you.
Yeah, this emblem on the side of the plate.
Is it a cat?
What?
What? It's a bull!
It's a cow, obviously. Most likely because the restaurant's signature dish is beef steak. It seems a lot of different restaurants have their own unique tableware. Huh?
So this is the symbol of La Carnival, is it?
Oh, okay, wait, also we can just examine things to, like, talk about it before we present.
Oh!
What? Huh?
Huh? What in the world is this? I think
Oh, well, we can't see it.
No, they won't show us.
Okay. I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe.
Oh, the sergeant stole the Koban.
Oh. So yeah, this is the sergeant's plate.
Yeah, the coin! No, I don't mean what is it. I mean, what's it doing there?
Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban?
Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable.
Yeah, I will come back for that gold
All
coin,
right.
Leary!
Alright.
This isn't the first time today that there's been talk of a Hoei Koban.
Well, I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion and bouillon.
Ooh.
I don't know.
And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means...
Okay, here, let's rotate it. There you go. Alright, let's put
There
the
we
coin.
go.
Oh, whoops.
I certainly never expected to find a precious... Oh, that was you.
Underneath this thick cut of meat.
My bad.
And it's from the Hoei era, too. That would make it really quite valuable.
it's well marinated in the juices as well. Look. What are you... Oh.
Are you thinking of eating it?
No, but the next time I order steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart going to be racing as I lift up that meat and peer underneath for a prize.
I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke.
Okay. A Koban coin underneath this steak. There's only one logical explanation.
Okay, so let's present that.
Okay.
Got it!
Got it!
Yeah, he
why
really
he
does sound British.
Yeah.
Good gracious, that's...
A Koban!
What on earth? A Hawaii one. A Hawaii one at that. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. Miss Brett. This is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me. Why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Wait, yeah, here, can we look at the court record for a second? Because then look at, look at the one with the body. The one with the body.
Oh.
The other one.
This one?
The other one.
Or...
The other one.
Oh, that one, that one. Okay, yeah, sorry. What
See,
about it?
that one doesn't have the bites taken out of it.
Well, we're seeing it from this. It's on
But
that
still,
side.
I mean, but look, there's more of the steak. Then look at the other one.
I believe you.
See, because that's not the side with the cow. So now look at that one. Examine. Oh wait, the bites are taken from the side with the cow. Damn it. Anyway.
It's okay, baby.
I thought I had something.
It's okay. What a ridiculous question! How should I know? I've never seen that thing before
Like I was
in my
thinking,
life.
like they were moved between the tables or something. I don't know.
It's okay. Good guess though.
Yeah.
Good guess. I don't know what it is, but I want no part of it.
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat?
And very true, Leary, we have to give the detective a little bit of credit here. He had a 50-50 shot of grabbing the right steak first.
That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen. A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now.
He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency! Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now!
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it is doing under the steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is...
A really old guy.
I was gonna say, it's either the old guy or the dude he stole it from.
Take that!
I mean, he didn't steal it.
Well, I'm pretty sure
It's
this...
his.
Well, because he was talking about the surgeon's steak.
Yeah.
So, I'm saying I think the surgeon stole it from him.
Yeah, but the owner
Yeah.
is this.
Oh, okay, whatever. And then,
Crowan!
Crowan, you played quack.
Quack, quack.
Did you hear it?
Did you?
I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
did you hear the quack on the stream?
Yeah, let us know if you didn't hear it. We heard the fart earlier.
Yeah.
The antique
Maybe
stealer.
the quack is too quiet.
Quack.
Oh, you heard it? Okay, cool.
Yay! Maybe we were too loud, so that could have
Yeah.
been it. But thank you, Crowan. How are you today?
Hello.
Hope that you are doing well. Quack, quack.
The antique dealer and owner of Rasute, Curio Kurekuta-san.
I'm always afraid I'm going to say his name wrong. Curie, as in Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
All right, Miss Racist, will you please shut up? Oh, yes.
How the quack are you guys?
We are doing quacking well, eh? eh?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're doing the Ace Attorney thing together. It's fun. Do you think you'll join me when I go back to playing the original Ace Attorney one?
I don't know.
Nah, I mean, whether you do or don't, it's totally up to you. But at least we'll have a whole other game of this series that you'll have to do with me. But I'm glad that you're doing well. Let's see.
Oh, the old man who testified earlier alongside the military surgeon, correct? By the way, we're still on the tutorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, Your Excellency,
We're getting close to 6 hours for the tutorial level. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. Or he was looking for it on the ground.
The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry? What were you doing? Kazuma Senpai. Hell yeah.
Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoer Koban, my prized coin. Then this Hoer Koban, do you mean to tell me?
Oh, thanks for the hydrate.
Yeah, thanks,
Here, I
Crowan.
actually need some water. I'll get it real quick. Oh.
There you go. You can do that real quick. But just to give you a bit of a of a synopsis of what has happened so far. We thought we had Miss Brett numerous times already. When we first started out, we were trying to prove that she had used poison to kill Dr. Wilson. And the lady that was with Mikotaba before came into the trial, and then they were pretty sexist to her and were like, well, a lady can't be here. But luckily the judge was like, I'll give you 5 minutes. I'm not that sexist, only a little. And then we read the thing, and it was about a poison called curare, or curare. And we deduced that we were pretty certain that curare was what killed him. Then Miss Brett was like, lol, I'm gonna drink it. And she drank it, and everyone was like, well, guess that couldn't have been it. But then we were like, the guy had a tooth removed, and this thing says that it goes through wounds. Ingesting it isn't what kills you, it's when it enters the bloodstream. And so everyone was like, nani? And then we were talking about the meat. Yeah, he's sexist, but not that sexist. Just only a little bit sexist. Only a little bit sexist. Right? What a ride indeed. We've been laughing this whole time about how, like, we're curious to see how long the other episodes are and if they're going to include investigations, because if we're doing long trials like this and investigations, it might take us weeks to finish another episode. Right? Never a dull case in Ace Attorney, that is for sure. I love that when she gets angry, her hat reveals that it's actually alive. Yep. It's wild.
Oh yeah, the bird on her hat is alive.
Yep.
By the way.
Yup, it was like... But anyway, so do we mean to say...
We're gonna be playing this game until like 2023.
Whoa!
Like,
shots fired.
Oh yeah, and there's 2 games. There's 2 games in this collection.
2025. But go ahead.
Okay.
No. Please, why would Korikuta-san's koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
Exactly, it doesn't make sense.
Which is why I'm asking to bring Kurekuta-san back to the witness stand, so we can ask him.
See? Yeah, now we're gonna do this. We're not gonna go to the simple route of
Oh,
saying,
God.
so you grabbed the sergeant's plate then, didn't
Yeah,
you?
can we just say, can you...
Right? Oh yay, we're gonna get to bring back J. Jonah Jameson!
Oh, God.
And his baby!
Bring back both witnesses that testified earlier in here.
Oh, God.
Grezzy just loves to do old man voices. This'll be perfect.
Fart.
Without a moment's delay. Sorry, I'm a bit gassy in here today. I can't believe we come back round to that pair again.
Here, I'll do the search for you.
Thank you.
I know Grezzy's been trying to, like, search with, like, one hand to try and find the voice actors for the game.
Because here's the thing. The only one I want to look up right now is Ouchie, because when he speaks, it sounds like Usopp from One Piece, like one of the English versions, and I want to make sure that I'm right, because I'm usually pretty good about hearing that stuff, but I could be wrong. So I'm just curious.
But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this koban, we'll find the key. We'll find that it's a key element in the case. And we'll eventually end this thing!
Oh man, this is a really long examination bench. You know
Oh,
what?
God, we have 4 people on here? How big is this examination bench? Or whatever.
I'm beginning to think I was wrong about the judges before. I think instead of having 5 judges,
you
it's
saw-
more witnesses.
You saw a screenshot of multiple witnesses.
That's what I think I saw, yeah. Oh, it's you. Hang on.
Here,
Oh, here, I'll be Jojo
almost-
Jameson while you're doing
I
that.
almost had it. Okay, it's Nigel Pilkington.
We'll see who Nigel Pilkington plays.
What's this all about? Why have I been called up again?
I was so close to looking up pictures of Spider-Man!
He's in Final Fantasy 14. There's a bunch of people in that. He's young Marcuson.
Oh my god, he's young Marcuson!
He's Marcuson from Nino Kuni.
Brother! That's so funny.
He hasn't done a lot.
Aw, damn, I was wrong.
Yeah, that's all he's done. He's just done some video games.
Oh well. But hey, he's Marcuson, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Well, young Marcuson anyway, little baby Marcuson. Okay, go for it.
Yep. Okay. Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Ido?
Wait, isn't it still only like 1 or 2 in the afternoon?
Yeah, it's the afternoon. When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
Look at how cute
He's blowing the fan.
Exploited by the police we were,
What?
like miserable dogs,
Oh, God.
forced to bear false witness. I'm going to stab someone in the fucking chest.
Right? Oh god, keep that away from Miss Brett.
Right? Yeah.
I
Oh
wonder-
god, she'll stab someone.
I wonder if that's gonna come up. God,
Oh god.
she's gonna like hold somebody hostage.
Wait, Crowan, you don't like the kid? Is it the snot bubble?
It's a snot bubble.
And when cast from this courtroom, myself, I became ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more I have to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. I'm basically dead.
No, just
right.
in general.
I mean, that's fair.
Be that as it may, Kurikuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your... Doesn't this look like the coin that Meowth has on his head?
Yeah.
That is Meowth's
oh my
coin!
God.
That's the one! For my Pokemon collection! The very one!
He caught the knife with his foot.
Oh my god, I didn't know what you
Did
were
you see
laughing at.
the baby was staring at it too?
Oh my god.
The resplendent, splendiferous, hooing treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day.
It can't,
Kazuma, stop farting!
it can't be.
As I thought.
Young man! Enlightened, decrepit old fool! Put me out of my misery! Quick, stab me with
Okay.
my knife! Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere.
We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaked in the seasoned meat's juices.
Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
It's the sergeant.
Somebody concealed my hoey treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing! I'm gonna commit murder! I'll kill him! Man, he's feisty.
Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course.
Yeah, sure, why not? Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga.
I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case.
Yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts, targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau.
Wicked crimes indeed.
We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it?
Yep.
I took the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief.
So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. Oh, and I bet the sergeant uses the baby to, like...
To steal?
The baby, yeah. He's like, go. He, like, sends the baby out like a Pokemon.
I could just see him throwing the baby. But
then the baby crawls under the table and gets the stuff or whatever.
No, this would be why Crowan is sus of the baby.
Yeah, Crowan, he had a good intuition.
He could see.
The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems.
I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid the Kurataga-san's Koban is all too clear.
What?
What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who was the despicable scoundrel that stole the Korekuta-san's Koban and hid it under the desk?
Yes, no, sir.
Obviously, it can only be you! Sergeant Isenosa! What? It's actually the baby is the mastermind, and he can talk, and he's just puppeteering the old... He's like, I am innocent!
How dare you! You monster!
Monster? Oh, there's a stretch! Ooh, stretchy stretch! Thank you, Leary!
Okay.
Alright. Go for it.
I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet?
Daddy, I have to go pee-pee.
Sorry.
What?
You're right, he is the master thief.
It wasn't me. It was Ido. Ido was the mastermind behind all this. I like how he's throwing his baby under the bus immediately.
It's like, what the fuck, Dad?
Yeah, Dad, how could you betray me?
What the fuck? I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
He just immediately just
They'll never find your body.
just sells out his own kid.
This is wild!
Yeah, what the? This is like the parrot in.
And this is the first case?
You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? And thank you for thank you for the lurk, Crowan.
Yeah.
Enjoy lurking. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
I needed pictures of Spider-Man.
clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop.
And he's dead. He broke his spine.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Huh.
Oh my god, is the baby gonna talk?
Huh. What? What? Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Yasunosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir.
Holy shit.
What's happening?
You guessed right. The baby's gonna be like, it was me.
What's happening?
Right his mustache. Oh god, it's putting the baby down again.
Oh yeah, it is like work. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe?
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remain in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living. Yes.
All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son.
That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant?
The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time.
It sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable.
And your target that day was the old man in his koba. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are!
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na. It was all set to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened.
Yes, when the professor was shot.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I'd know too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
Hey.
Oh.
It's a crowded bench.
Yeah, right? So yeah, they don't even all fit behind.
This is ridiculous. Cosima!
Breaking the silence.
Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time.
Oh yeah, she's still here.
Well, Miss Brett,
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all.
Have you forgotten everything that's been happening?
Right?
May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Yeah, the whole reason that we called them up here
Uh-huh.
is because we have the wrong steak.
Right, Lyra? Yeah, no, she's just too hot.
It's too hot. Therefore, she can't be guilty.
Indeed, the theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant.
We're not investigating the theft.
Right?
It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Of
Wrong
course.
plate.
Yes, of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it?
Well, oof.
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Unless... Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Unless...
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day.
Objection!
Yeah, that's the face of, listen, bitch. You ain't going anywhere.
Rinosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming.
I really want to look up later if people are using that as a reaction image.
Yeah.
Or if there's not, we need to.
Oh, no, it's just... Something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking.
What do you mean her parting words? We already know it's the wrong steak! I feel like there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Oh, the word contradiction.
If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard.
Sorry?
You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
I'm still shaking!
Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time, something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Rinosuke?
Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it using a knife and fork, it's pure nonsense. It's pure madness.
Yes, I'm right. But she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction.
Okay. I mean, I know in the picture of the steak there's silverware. So, I don't know. I guess that's it.
Maybe?
Maybe that'll prove that it's the wrong plate.
I guess.
I'm going to need to see evidence, Counsel.
Oh boy, okay.
Okay.
Miss Britt's words truly
So,
are
like,
contradictory.
The photo of the plate. Examine it. There is a knife and fork, and they've been used.
That's true, because yeah, it's right there.
Okay.
Try
So,
it?
Present that, yeah, I guess. Yeah, there you go.
The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred.
What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table.
The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed? Yes, go on.
More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural?
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
It's extremely obvious. Talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. Oh! I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett.
Noticed what exactly, Counsel? Just spill it already, Jesus!
Just a few minutes ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself.
Then take a good look at this steak. In particular, the edge where it's been eaten.
There's 3 bites.
As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Ah!
Oh,
Ah!
It looks like Miss Brett has realized something.
So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
But what is your actual point? It's the wrong plate. Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was...
Whoop!
Whatever you say, dear lady.
As I said, I really must believe now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course, of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just...
I've heard enough! You irritating little speckled samurai relic!
Whoa. Of course. Dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers?
Yeah, because there's a bird on your head. Clearly the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications those teeth marks in the steak have for her.
It's the wrong plate. Rinosuke, do you know where you're going with this?
It's the wrong plate! It's the wrong plate! Yes, now at last it's all come together.
The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. It's because they licked it clean!
Oh, gross.
And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. This has got to be the last one.
Come on.
I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency.
Everything?
Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak there amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Bitch?
Conclusive evidence! How many times have I heard that today? You won't know the meaning of the phrase, typical Japanese empty threats. God, I'm terrible.
How can you be so sure?
And a bitch!
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
Hasn't been what?
But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be! I don't believe you have it!
It better be the plate, that's all I ask. Please.
I don't, but there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence?
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hasanaga. You brought us the wrong plate.
Yes.
What? I have it?
Bring the other plate.
Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous.
Did he eat it?
No. No, I'm not saying that, because he just coughs. That's why I'm like, wait. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks. Yes? Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoyed chomping my way through a good steak, and as well as admitting to stealing Korekuta-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak.
You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer.
Probably not for long.
Yeah.
Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak?
Tenshun? Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it.
In other words, the steak the detective submitted as evidence earlier was, in fact, Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Alright, finally.
We did it! We finally got to that point!
But that makes no sense.
And why?
That plate was taken from the victim's table.
He said he took both.
Get the gentle.
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. I only murdered. I mean, to even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over.
What? I just thought he brought the wrong plate. There's switching involved?
You did switch the plates?
Maybe by accident?
Well, after it happened,
Oh, maybe accidentally?
when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then, when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders.
Oh, okay.
So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. With my military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What? You can't have! I never saw you do such a thing!
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you, so yes, I did what had to be done.
Do or die.
Unbelievable! Unacceptable! However, fear not, Prosecutor-san.
What now?
I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform that is all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant!
Yes!
Yeah, it is! So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosanaga. Yes? Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both. That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. And away from Miss Brett so she doesn't just eat it! The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot!
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady.
It's been how many hours now? I beg your pardon!
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
I mean, I understand if you do forget. It's been a while. You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Just thinks he remembers? I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest.
I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett.
Let us not prolong this any further. Dear
Please.
Lord, it's been a long time. Inspector, you will show the evidence to this court. Present the beefsteak and the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. The one you thought was the sergeant. Let me clarify again. That one. Yes, sir.
I still have to pee, Dad.
You've been here for 6 hours!
Yeah.
Sorry for keeping you. Ah, there it is!
Yay!
Here is the other steak and its plate. Please feel free to examine it. Oh,
Yeah,
ew.
like the really obvious blood.
The blood stain. It's clearly visible. Look! Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. The only thing that makes me nervous, baby, is we still having to dress the gun,
Yeah.
the shot.
Yeah.
So we probably have one more unraveling to do. Good Lord. And I thought we might be able to start the second one, but we're probably only going to be able to
Oh, yeah.
just finish this before we have to go.
We gotta wrap up soon.
We'll see what happens. Sorry, it's you.
In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
Ah!
Oops.
It can't be!
In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. It was me. I mean, Miss Giselle Brett.
It's you. Oh, I wonder what her freak out's gonna be. Is the bird gonna fly off her head? Oh god, did it just die? Outdone by a Japanese...
Oh, God.
me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No.
Huh. What's happening? Wait.
Also, there was a baby!
Yeah. Is it giving birth?
Holy shit!
Like the eggs are hatching? What the fuck? What? What?
What the shit?
What's happening?
Did she just die? What?
Let me say this one more time. Better than any kabuki show I've ever seen.
Hey.
I mean, if somebody could tell me a different fitting for my other, like, joke with the previous judge in the other game about how he watched soaps, tell me if there's an equivalent for here. But I'm gonna go with kabuki theater for now. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. My hat had to give birth. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time.
Vitally.
Gladly, Your Excellency.
See, I hope the birds would just be around for the rest of the trial.
Right?
The baby bird.
I wanted her hat to fly away, and her hair would be all messy.
Oh.
It was I who took the professor's life using curare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, the fact you decided to come over to greet the professor, meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Ah, it wasn't her hat. But I mean, as they said before, there was everywhere she could hide it.
Bird shot him.
That would have been funny.
Under your skirt?
Step. Sorry. This is such a non-say-so game.
We'll need to examine that. No.
There you go, you did it too. So I was right. There were 2 guns.
2 guns.
Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it. What if he hadn't? What would he have done then? And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun, as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up... But didn't they mention that there was, like, the ring around it, like it was done under close range?
Yeah.
So where did she...
Hold on.
Where was she? We'll find out, yeah. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, At which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo's. Well,
Huh?
sorry. I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked up the gun.
Oh, I guess she was still sitting across from him when she did that?
I guess. She just reached across, or just pointed across the table and shot him.
Oh, because that's right. We were still thinking he was under that, like, the position he was in.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so that makes sense. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Misdemeanor? Don't you mean your felony?
Right?
Your Excellency,
Yes?
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later?
I shall call on you. It better not be lewd. This is a
Oh my
mostly
God.
say-so stream, young lady.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me. Naruhodo-san. Nope. Won't be. We don't know why she tried to kill him. Why? Why? Why did you want to kill him? I do wonder if she'll
Something to
be
do-
coming back, because she mentioned that.
Yep, she was a ghost.
I think that this case is going to end up coming back at the
Yeah.
end or something. Because if it is his assistant, Herlock Sholmes, if
Uh-huh.
Wilson's his assistant, he's probably
Yeah.
going to want to find out why he was killed.
Yeah.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. It's been many hours now. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be. Takatsuchi Auchi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You'd better start getting used to tough opposition. Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
Yes?
this insult to the Auchi family name will never be forgotten.
I hold grudges for lifetimes!
And across generations, too.
Right.
You've become conceited with age, Council, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. I'm gonna cut you down right now.
Whoa!
It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Oh my god! What are you doing? Ah!
Oh, he cut his hair!
How do you do that from across the room? He did like the anime thing. He like sent like a
Oh, a shockwave, yeah, or
through,
some
the,
shit.
through the air. 1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Auchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. Whoa!
Whoa!
Damn.
This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system, and also as probably one of the longest trials we've ever had. For now, because later on there will be the Rise from the Ashes case.
Yep.
Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world.
It's almost like something that was talked about in a book about a detective. What was his name again?
I don't know,
Who used deduction?
but the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here.
We didn't know about science.
No, we just thought you look really suspicious, and we threw him in jail. Now, I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits. But what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asogi.
Yes?
After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illusions of our illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you.
The mission.
I understand, Your Excellency.
Nani? What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden?
Never mind.
As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yes? If in you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential, I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Finally gotten here.
We did. We finally got to the end of this tutorial.
Final verdict.
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Yay!
Not guilty!
Hey, confetti or Sakura!
Aww.
Wow, Ouchie is still in shock.
In my mind, Gumshoe's ancestor is throwing petals through the air.
Yay! Hey, Ray!
Hey, Ray! And right, finally! It only took hours.
This court is now adjourned. I know everyone's been holding it, so everyone rush to the bathroom right now.
Yeah, wait, what time is it? 2:46? Didn't we start around noon? So it's also.
Yeah! Jam session!
So yeah, this whole thing for them was 2 hours and 46 minutes about.
And the judge is like, shit, it felt way longer!
Alright.
I actually thought it was playing in the game, and I was like, the Steel Samurai theme is playing?
I wonder if there'll be a Steel Samurai like reference.
There
There'll
better be.
There'll be a play where there's something about a samurai.
Oh, if there's not, I'm gonna be so sad. Please let that happen.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. We finally did it!
It'll be like a steampunk samurai or something.
Hell yeah.
I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial.
Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma.
Ha ha ha. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work is certainly paying off.
Oh, was that lady? Okay. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo's... why can I not say his name today?
Naruhodo.
Yes, Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Our trusty judicial assistant.
Our trusty judicial assistant.
Sorry.
You worked hard for that result, you know.
Sorry. Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much! If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out.
I do, you would have been sent off.
Yeah.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Ah, yes, of course. The first man I was sus of.
Forgive me on intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikatoba, I cannot speak today! Judicial assistant to the defense. I forgot how to pronounce my name.
Speaking of Mikotoba.
Oh, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job.
Thank you, Professor.
Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Good friend? Oh, yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you work together.
I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan.
You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you?
Of course I am. The Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way.
Like I did that guy's hair. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes.
That reminds me, what happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah, yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but... Would she get away with it?
I was just gonna say, are they letting her off? What do you mean? Surely she's gonna face trial herself now. She's the true culprit after all. She admitted to it.
She will be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai.
What? Shanghai?
Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that.
Oh, is it because they're trying to still make good with their relations, I guess?
I guess.
What? But why not?
Oh,
It's a matter of consular jurisdiction.
Somebody said it! Oh, it's you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's me, yeah. Inspector Hasanaga! It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But that's what all this about consular jurisdiction... I can't even speak that! We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her?
Oh, is it because she's
Does she
from
have
England?
diplomatic immunity? Just like in the Edgeworth game?
But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice?
A British consular court will hear her case. Somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard.
But why a consular court?
Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past, now that we've signed the Friendship Treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that.
Oh, can't they?
Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? But she's like a noblewoman or something. Something strange is going on.
And I'm sure Herlock Sholmes will be on the case. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously.
But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, this new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves.
Perhaps in a future case. In one of these two games.
Or maybe in the sequel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it.
Yep.
Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink.
But, Professor...
You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun.
In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? You know, the place where the murder happened, would that make you feel comfortable? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonoga.
Hosonoga?
Hosonoga-san. I keep going, am I saying it right? And then, like, freak out.
Aren't you? Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor?
Of course. That's the wrong one. La Carnival's food is second to none.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh, yes. Thank you. So, Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
I think we will.
Son.
Soon.
Yes, Ryunosuke?
I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today.
Ha ha ha! I didn't do a thing!
Oh, I
You
mean,
were the
kinda.
lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work.
Your skills made the difference, though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
Huh, I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
Oh. What? Come on, be serious.
If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it, for being a defense lawyer, I mean.
Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat. I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do. That's all. Because I knew I could trust you.
That's the point.
Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point?
Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win?
Knowledge of the law?
No. The ability to believe.
He's definitely our Mia.
To believe? To believe what?
A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like, you believed in me when I said I didn't do it.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. Best weapon, a katana.
Yes, just like his!
But you have to make a choice about what to believe in, and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person.
Believing in your client.
Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me.
Well,
You faced seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me.
Thanks, Kazuma.
Oh my god, is he gonna make us go to Britain?
There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Oh, that's how we meet Holmes, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought it took place in Britain, too, yeah.
Oh, Kazuma, don't give up your dreams! No!
It's fine.
Our lover!
Well, it's a favor, really. I spelled it the British way. Something very important to me.
It sounds serious. What is... Oh, that's me, that's right. Oh, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go.
Thank you, we'll be right there.
Please clean up your blood from your mouth.
Let's pick up this conversation again later. we should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory.
And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget.
Ah, yes, that too.
Maybe he's gonna ask us to go with him.
Maybe.
Yeah, just don't give up your dreams, Kazuma. Just because I'm gonna be the better lawyer doesn't mean that you can't also be a very good lawyer.
So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma, Professor Mikotoba, Susato-san, who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still.
Wow.
It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize
Oh no.
just how much it would change my life.
Okay, I thought he was about to say he wouldn't get a chance to ask
I was
me.
gonna be like, no, it really is like me!
And then the next case is he's been murdered. And we did it!
Yay! Defense debut achievement unlocked!
Alright, okay. Let's...
Yeah, no, we're gonna save.
We gotta
Yeah.
find somebody to raid.
Heck yes. Alright, so let's...
Oh, yeah.
Let us discuss our feelings so far. So, definitely very long
I'll also
first trial.
post- just because I'm trying to remember to do this more in the
Oh
streams.
yeah, I'm constantly forgetting. So yeah,
there we go. We do have a Discord where you can
yeah.
join to talk about stuff, or like when we try to like organize like group games and stuff. We try to do it there.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway, go
Yeah.
on.
So no, I was just gonna say that very very long first trial. So I'm very interested to see what the next one will entail. I think on the schedule we're going to be playing this again sometime this week. It might be on Sunday, but I can't remember. Either way, we will be playing this again very soon, and we'll start the next episode. But man, this one was wild, and I am curious to see if Giselle Brett will come back again. Because if it's like the Phoenix Wright games, I wonder if she's going to... I feel bad because I think I've said some names recently, and I'm like, oh man, I hope I haven't spoiled some of the Phoenix Wright stuff for people who haven't played that version yet. But I won't say the name of it, but it reminds me very much of a thing that happened in one of the first games. It didn't end up getting completely resolved until the third game. And it was the last trial of the third game. So I do wonder if it'll be kind of like that, where this will have a conclusion maybe in the sequel. I don't know if it'll be the last episode of it or what, but I'm curious if they're going to try to go that route. But anyway, so let's see who we're going to raid. Ergo, any leads? Anybody cool? I mean, you're all cool, but you know what I mean.
Let's see. Well, we have somebody who was here who was in my stream the other day, Mama Rose.
Mama Rose? Yeah! So
Minecraft.
we could do Mama Rose. Mama Rose is playing Minecraft, so that'll be fun. Aw, Leary, we're all cool. We can all be cool. It's a reason why I call you guys my treasures. You're all wonderful in your own way. You sparkle the brightest. And I appreciate you for that. And I mean, you know what? If you appreciate me too, then that's just extra awesome. Oh, and then I have a hydrate from Leary, so I will go ahead and do that right now. Thank you. While Ergo is doing that, I also wanted to say that this is just a random thing, but I highly recommend it if you're into chocolate and peanut butter. I've been eating a Reese's cup. I started it when we started the stream, and it has potato chips in it. It was the most wild thing. I found it when we went to the gas station this morning, and I was like, oh, I need it. It was placed in the end cap, and I'm like, damn it, they got me. I'm getting it. And I recommend it. So if you like that stuff, it's got a high praise from me. Anyway, that all being said, hello, Cronus. Are you ready to raid? We're gonna raid Mama M. Rose, who's playing Minecraft. Alright, so here, let me get to my chatting screen real quick. All right, and once again, I want to thank you guys for playing with
I'm
me.
tiny.
Yeah, you're so tiny. Look at how tiny you are. I want to thank you guys again for joining us in the Great Ace Attorney game so far. And till next time, you guys have a great rest of the day. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on the ending screen, and then we're going to go raid. Okay? So, raiders, go off and raid!